Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew Shorts. Today I have a few stories for you in the r/Petty Revenge subreddit, so let's jump into it. Nice Snickers bar? A number of years ago I was a paramedic in the UK. At the time there were not many of us qualified. In fact, my PIN was in double digits, showing how early I qualified. At the ambulance station I worked at, we had a food thief, and he had a thing about Snickers bars. I used to like my Snickers bars from the refrigerator, so the caramel was chewy, just a texture thing. The problem was, if I left one there and got a job, I could guarantee it would be gone when I got back. So I hatched a plan. As a paramedic, I carried syringes and hypodermic needles. I also had a bottle of 2 million Scoville hot pepper sauce in my locker. We had a good idea who the thief was, but no actual proof. But here I was working the same shift as him. A job came in and he went out on it. I got a Snickers bar, drew up 5 mils of hot pepper sauce, fitted a 14 gauge needle, and pushed the whole 5 mil into the bar through the wrapper. I went through the wrapping into the end of the bar, and then popped the bar into the fridge, syringe and needle into the sharps box, and sat back. Not long after, I got a call to a job, and away I went. A while later, I came back to base and was met by another crew member telling me the guy we suspected of stealing food was in the toilets being sick, and could I have a look at him. When I went in, he was crouched over the toilet, red face, and sweating with streaming eyes. I asked what was going on, and he said he thought he had food poisoning. Full of mock concern, I ran up tests on him, temperature, blood pressure, blood glucose, and a 12 lead ECG. Of course, all was fine, so I quizzed him on his symptoms. Burning sensation in his mouth, nausea, running eyes, sweating. I said I couldn't find anything wrong with him, but could he have eaten anything irritant by any chance? He looked at me to see me holding the pepper sauce bottle. You could see the light come on as he realized what had happened. That was the last time any food went missing. Kid gets revenge on toxic mom with socks? My mom is a very toxic person, the type who blames everyone else for her misfortunes instead of owning up to her mistakes and trying to grow as a person. Always has to be the victim, always has to one-up whatever problems you're having. It was tough to grow up with, and still a pain to deal with. Mom used to be really particular about her socks. Every pair was unique, and she was far too snobby to wear mismatched socks. I know, lame, right? I used to wear mismatched socks just to irritate her, but that's not actually what this story is about. She's also an alcoholic, so she'd often drink too much and forget/lose things. One day when I was 12 or so, my mom got sloshed and started telling me that her life would have been better if she never had me. Yes, I see a therapist, and I highly recommend therapy to everyone. I was very upset, but I was a 12-year-old girl who hadn't developed a backbone yet, so I didn't have the guts to tell her off. But I just had to do something. I didn't exactly ask to be born. Cue the petty revenge. Every night when she got tanked, I'd steal one sock from each pair and stuff it behind the dryer. After a week or two of this, my mom no longer had any matching socks. She exploded and asked if I were wearing her socks, and I innocently told her that no, I was not wearing her socks, and that maybe she lost them after a few drinks. Mom was displeased. Eventually, she found her stupid socks and remained suspicious of me, but she couldn't prove that they hadn't just fallen there. Next level shitting. So my uncle was living at our house, and he'd use so much toilet paper, and he'd leave the empty rolls but wouldn't replace it with a full one. So like every 2 days I'd sit down to take a shit and look over, no toilet paper. I'd have to get up, walk out of the bathroom, go to the cupboard to get a new roll. After about 4 times of this, I was sick of it. So the next time there wasn't a roll, I got a new roll, did my business, then took the roll back. Every time I had to go, I'd take the roll back to the cupboard, leaving nothing in its place. After about a week of this, what would you know? The toilet paper was suddenly replaced every time I went into the bathroom. Absolute win. Don't be acting an ass if you don't want spoilers. When Game of Thrones was first coming out, I was working as a server, and I worked with the most cantankerous evil bartender who made it her job to be a pain in the ass. It went on for months, and she also sucked at her job. I had read all of the Game of Thrones books, so I knew how the Red Wedding episode ended, and she was also watching the show and talked about it all the time on the job. I warned her that if she didn't stop being such a bitch, she was gonna have some dark fury unleashed upon her. She didn't listen, and later she became a homewrecker by getting another coworker drunk and making out with him when he had a girlfriend. So I spoiled that entire episode and the rest of the season the day before it aired, and she lost her shit in the middle of her shift. Absolutely worth it. All of those were gold. Petty one-upmanship just makes me all warm and fuzzy. For the sock story, Opie should send her mom socks every year for Christmas. As for the Snickers story, I've heard of tampering via laxatives, but this, injecting liquid fire into a chocolate bar, that's next level. And I salute you, good sir, the break room hero we all need. But anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed those petty revenge stories. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do. And I will see you in the next Reddit stories. Bye!